All right, page 248, recording a rough draft. Brace yourself. The first time you try an overdub, software instrument recording will likely be rough. Don't worry, with the undo command, you can always start over. Remember, the musical typing window is connected to the selected track. Number 1, select the empty SoCal track header at the top of the tracks area. This is the track where you will record your first overdub region. That's this one right here. Number 2, in the musical typing window, click the Y key. It should still trigger the MIDI cowbell sound. Turn it up a bit. Each key on a MIDI keyboard represents a different sound in the SoCal drum kit. You can change octaves using Z and X keys to play different sounds for the same instrument. Number 3 on page 249. Press the Z key on your computer or click the Z in the musical typing window to lower the octave range from C2 to C1. Number 4. Press or click A to hear the kick drum, MIDI note C1. There we go. Press or click S to hear the snare. Number 5, start playback. Make sure cycle mode is turned on and that the cycle area extends from the beginning of bar 1 to the beginning of bar 3. We've got cycle mode on. We can tell because we've got that yellow bar up here, beginning of bar 1 all the way to the beginning of bar 3. We're looking good. Practice playing the following pattern. Kick, snare, kick, kick, snare, and repeat that pattern to the click track. Try to play it to the click track and get through the entire pattern in one measure. And then repeat the pattern again for the second measure. All right, let's try it. Let's just go ahead and I'm going to press play. We're not recording anything. I'm going to do kick, snare, kick, kick, snare. Here we go. Just like that. Spacebar to end, return or enter to return to 0. Before recording, experiment with some of the other kit sounds available in the C1 octave range. Once you successfully record your kick and snare pattern, you'll add a few more sounds. Take a moment to come up with 2 more sounds that you can add for the kick and snare. If you aren't sure what to try, the E key has a nice clap sound, and the black keys T, Y, U, O, and P are all cymbal variations that make a good accent to the kick and snare. Remember, this is just a recording exercise, so whatever you come up with is fine. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and record my kick and snare pattern. All right, pressing record now. I'm going to go ahead and hit it on that next pass. All right, so I got it recorded. Obviously, it's not in perfect time, but we're going to quantize this later and make sure that everything lines up with the beat. So let me go ahead and experiment a little bit with these other sounds. We've got a clap sound, and then also the T, Y, U, O, and P. So we've got a closed hi-hat, a softer closed hi-hat, an open hi-hat, crash cymbal, and ride cymbal. Alright, I want to make this a little bit loud, so I'm going to use this open hi-hat and I'm going to record another pass. So here we go. All right, so obviously, once again, we're not perfectly on the beat, but that's okay. I think another thing that would be good is to add a crash symbol at the very beginning. So that's what I'm going to do next, which is going to be O. So here we go. I'll like it just like that. Let me start it again. Let's hear it. So I'm just making it nice and simple. I'm going to stop right there. So I've recorded, and that was number 6. It says press R or click the record button to start the overdub recording. Let the cycle area play through once and listen to the metronome click track to get a feel for the tempo. That's what I did on that very first one. Flipping the page to 250, it says count to get your timing ready and then start playing your beat. Keep the recording going until you've recorded a pass with at least 4 different drum sounds. The region turns green at the end of the pass and red whenever you're actively playing or recording an instrument part. You can take as many passes as you need between recording parts. The key, pun intended, to making this work is that you can't stop recording until you've added all the parts. If you stop recording, the overdub portion is over. If you try to record in that region again, you'll erase the previous recording. When you finish, press the space bar to stop recording. Number 8, play your region to hear how it turned out. If you like everything but the last pass, you can press Command Z to undo the last pass. Press Command Z again to delete another pass. If you want to toss the recording and try again, just select the region you just recorded and press the delete key. Yeah, just by doing this, highlighting it and pressing delete. When you're finished, save your project. When you're finished, save your project. I'm going to go one step further, and let's go ahead and quantize everything that we've just done here. So I'm double clicking on it and bringing up the piano roller, the MIDI editor down here. And from here, I'm going to go ahead and highlight everything, and I'm going to quantize to the nearest, let's go ahead and do the nearest quarter note. Actually, let's do 8th note because I see we have an 8th note right there. Nearest 8th note. Now everything is lined up perfectly. Now when I press play, and press enter. Oops, let me go up here. Yep. Let me press play. Here we go. Just cleaned up everything right there. Lined everything up with the beat, and everything sounds good. All right, so go ahead and save this one. Hopefully you guys have been saving 7.1 and 7.2. This one's 7.3. Make sure that you do lesson 7.1, lesson 7.2, lesson 7.3 dot last name. Go ahead and compress those and submit those to Blackboard. Every one of these lessons that we're doing for lesson 7, they need to be uploaded individually into Blackboard. Yeah, see me if you have any questions, and we will pick up recording arpeggiated drum machine beats in the next video.